County Administrator's report.
Very quickly, Wrightsville CDBG planning grant, comprehensive planning grant. The management team met Monday. We received 4 proposals and narrowed that down to 2 and plan to do interviews with Hurt and Profit and community planning partners, both firms with experience, unanimous selection of the management team to interview those folks. Those are scheduled for June 26th. Depending on schedule, we may have something ready for you by your July meeting, maybe August, depending on whether or not we can get it ready in time, being that close. That project is moving along. Joint revenue sharing agreement with the City of Covington that was enacted last year. Work on the site prioritization that continues. You'll recall we received a grant, $40,000 grant. Draper Aiden has been engaged, and they were in the community Friday prior to Memorial Day looking at a narrowed down list of sites and continue to do engineering and cost estimating work on that effort. You'll also recall we solicited or submitted an application to the Cardinal program through the Virginia Economic Developers Association and were awarded that grant. And so what's called a Cardinal team, retired and current economic development professionals come to the community and help you. And they are coming to help us on June 12th with repurposing and ideas for redeveloping Boiling Springs and Falling Spring Elementary School. Also, another project that we have discussed regularly, I met with on Friday, Engineering Concepts, the design firm for our Commerce Center pad. Plans are approximately 90% complete. I anticipate having plans and cost estimates for that pad site within the next 2 weeks, and we'll share with the board upon receipt. I shared this piece electronically with the board members, but just to remind you, we talked earlier, the Rosedale Sanitary Sewer Project that I mentioned as the capital project in water and sewer this year. We had a loan through the Department of Environmental Quality, the revolving loan fund. That loan was $1,092,584. It was 0% note over 20 years. We just received notification that that program was going to forgive 50% or $545,000 of the loan. So that's effectively what that program, their principal forgiveness is equivalent to grant. And it still falls under a loan title, but they write that principal off. So effectively 50% of that, almost $1.1 billion, will be paid for in grant funds. And then I also mentioned one day last week in an email in the advisory board, I bring it up tonight, we've received a request. I've met with them, and you have both electronically and then I believe at your seat a summary of the email that was sent and also the sketches for Town of Clifton Forge's request for us to adopt a resolution of support for the US 60 business traffic changes at exit 24, which would effectively take, the town has a plan that would come from Roxbury all the way to the sidewalk system at Dabney and utilize the existing pavement sections with an additional sidewalk system connection to Selma in the area where the bridge crosses the railroad tracks that would create dedicated pedestrian and bicycle lanes and utilizing that 4-lane section through there for that purpose. I also gave you at the time in reference the FHWA manual, so the traffic counts in that area are currently 7,800. FHWA, based on the environment, recommends this type of multiple mode of transportation with highway counts between 15,000 and 35,000. So it's certainly acceptable with the current traffic volume, and also any projected growth in that area would certainly not create volumes above those thresholds. So I would recommend with the board's concurrence adding a resolution of support for the July meeting. The town intends to submit, with the help of the Regional Commission, an application to the Smart Scale program by the August 1 deadline. In meeting with the VDOT folks, this is a 6, 7, 8 year process. So the application is the first step, and you wouldn't see actually any implementation for a number of years going forward. I'll be happy to answer any questions about any of those items.
I think one other thing board members want to know, the original request was only to go to Dabney. John is the one that convinced them that they ought to swing the sidewalk around and hook it onto the one at the bridge in Selma. So that'll be sidewalk trail in for anybody in Selma. I see a good many people that walk down through there, down through the gravel and the weeds, trying to walk from Clifton Forge. So maybe we can give them a better walkway. That'll open that whole area up right in there. Anyway, thanks for looking at that. Board members have any questions of John on his report?